The Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans. It is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Knight. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Gives it on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Knight. He's got him in the flat. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
After that last completion, it's second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
The Noles come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Muscling ahead on third and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun. Give on the inside. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. To the air. It's Knight. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Sending the offense back to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Chop, they're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Finding open areas. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud the Gators standing up and hollering for a 1st down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the stripe tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. And the Gators are on the move. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Nice football intelligence. Understanding I'm not going to get to the quarterback. I'm not going to sack him. But if I get a mid up in the air, if I get one of those paws up there while he's throwing it, I can get the deflection and still ruin the screen pass. Really, really nice job by that defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And wings it incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always
Oh, they block it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Get this drive started from their own 26. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll try the run. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. It was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He's right out of bounds, but gets the ball across the 50 to the 49. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Shakes off the defender. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. To the air, it's Knight. Fires into traffic, picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Looking for more room.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Knight. Pocket breaking down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kid, nice job.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Henry. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback adapting. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's complete on the right side. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Knight. Snagged in the middle. It's good.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They're facing a 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Nice grab in traffic. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys, they've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. A little screen to the running back. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Flips it out in the flat. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, setting up for it.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, no! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Complete to the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first down. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. There's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And the Gators want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Give to the back. Got room to work. Turning it on. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Waning seconds of the first half. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Most offensive schemes are predicated on 1st down productivity. That will not go down as a productive 1st down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Oh, they're after him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Kearse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. For a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Tight end now in motion. Leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He'll pull it on the read. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of this sport.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Henry. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in his offense.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Doak. Under fire. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half, you're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's 1st down in the red zone at the 10. The Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown! that when they jump on top here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Caught at the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. And the Seminoles in the hurry-up. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Back to pass. It's Knight. Bringing the heat. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Got some room entered to the goal line. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Wants to pass. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
That keeps the score. Florida State 25, Florida 24.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Looking to throw for it. Rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone when they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. The Gators will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass, it's Knight. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. The Noles decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Sending the offense back to work. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Got the quick pass. Still on his feet at the 45. And they were looking looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to be.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Running through contact. Touchdown, Florida! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Trying to run it in.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Makes a move. Gets it up to the 37 on the return before he's knocked out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Knight. Got a man, it's Rich. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Second down coming up. Let's go. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. He's got him. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And this guy stood in the pocket, and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. He really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. He's going to take off. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Knight. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
All wideouts, no backs. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds a man on the left. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
After 35, 4th down coming up.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. With the catch, it's Rich. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football. And we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The kick is on its way. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll leave it with him. He has the first and still on his feet. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Finds his tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Offense gets set for second down. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. Fourth down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
To have any chance to pull this game out, they have to convert on fourth down here late in the fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quick pass on the fly motion. Quick spin on the line. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
The Gators enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. They'll ride the hot hand.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one.